Hello, everyone. This video is for my new clients up in Toronto. You know who you are. I can't use your name on a video. My apologies. First off, I fell asleep tonight. Was just so exhausted. It's Friday. And it's been a very, very, very crazy month. Been very blessed in business. And I've been working on my business as well too with some meetings. And so there's some blasts that are going to be coming. One of those things is how I found you right here on YouTube. Blowing out YouTube big time in 2023. I just hired a YouTube marketing advertising agency to be able to help me with some different things. I had known about them, and because this month all of my business units came together cohesively in one step for the first time, there was a significant amount of revenue raised that has been able to be reinvested back into this business to be able to help more people in 2023. So in that kind of good spot right now. And to be honest with you, it was a little bit of a weight off my shoulders. I've been feeling so light, so blessed lately, that I was able to sleep. And as you guys know, we've touched on it already. Sometimes I don't sleep very well. Now, obviously, since I slept a little bit tonight, it might be a late night, but I'm going to try to get to bed tomorrow. I'm looking forward to going down and spending time with my mom. I've got all of my stuff for tomorrow covered. So anyway, on to what we need to talk about for tonight. The thank you for the form. I was kind of surprised, but not surprised. That other person can be nice. He can be. He has a reputation of not necessarily being the nicest guy in town, but he's all business at the end of the day. He's very successful. He's doing his thing in the practice of real estate, just as I'm doing my thing in the practice of real estate. So I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. The one thing that we do need to do is I need to set up the MLS so that you're getting new listings. And we'll do that Sunday or Monday. We'll get on that. But I also need you to click unsubscribe when that other person sends you listings, because if you remember in the cancellation request, it says any properties introduced to you by us. So what you have to do is you must go in and click the unsubscribe button on their email. I just sent you a link about a listing today, as a matter of fact. But you have to go in and unsubscribe. And if you do go in and unsubscribe and it messes up my thing, that's okay, because then I'll get a notice to send you a notice to have you go in and accept my link. So we'll work through that. That's pretty straightforward. But that way they're not introducing you, quote unquote, to new properties. Not that you're going to know that or they're going to know that and all that stuff. They're not. But we should be clicking that unsubscribe button. And then we'll work on resubscribing. It's okay. We'll figure that out. It's just a matter of clicking, and a different link being sent to you. That way we know that we've broken free from the concepts. We're not getting any introduction to any properties from that other person. And we'll then be able to dive in, and you're going to see right here on this YouTube channel, you're going to enjoy video for you about specific houses, and then other people are going to enjoy that video too. A little word of caution though. If other people are seeing the video, then there might be somebody else that I'm working with. Right now I'm not in your price point. There is another person I'm working with in a $260,000 price point, and not in your price point. You have more money than that person, as you know. So we're not going to be necessarily competing against that person. Trying to find him a $260,000 house is completely different than trying to find you the house that you're looking for in your price point. They're not two of the same things. They're far different, actually. And then So that will take care of that part. You're going to start to see those when you see houses. Hey, Brian, we want you to go take a look at that. Then I'll go out and do all that video, and that'll be for you. So those will be coming to you soon once we find some houses. Right now, the other thing to be truthful with you about is right now the market's a little slow. So that's kind of good because if there is a house that interests us, we might be able to snag one. So there's not as many offers. I just had listing that I was hoping to get some offers on today, that townhome, but I didn't get the offers that I was hoping for because the market has slowed down a little bit. So I've relisted that townhome at the seller's expectation, sat with her today, as you know, had a blast with her. It's just so much fun to sit with a 90-year-old and ask her some questions about her history. I found out some very, very interesting things that, I can't give you any of her own in personal data, but let's just say that back when she was 24 and had her first child and was pregnant with her second child, her hubby unfortunately passed away in a boating accident. And you wouldn't know that about her today at 90. Um, but she said, Brian, I had nothing. Um, I had nothing, which I've always been very gracious to my mom about, because when my dad died at 42 and we lost the family business, in essence, my mom did what she had to do as well too. And I shared that with this 90-year-old young lady today. And she's like, oh, so you understand. I'm like, yeah, I understand from a different perspective. And I've also thanked my mom relentlessly about the things that she needed to do after Dad died, to be able to help me to get to this point. And that's why tomorrow, as you know, I'm going to spend the day with her. I'm going to spend the night down there and come back on Sunday. And that's very, very important. Nothing's going to stop me from doing that. That's why I've got my day all set up for tomorrow. So to that end, though, what we'll do is on Sunday, we'll chat again. We'll set up the MLS. We'll move through those steps. You've got the one link for the house I sent you, I think. We'll get all this text stuff figured out as well, too, because that's how we're going to communicate back and forth that way. I know exactly what you're thinking. And I'll have a chance to have, this is kind of funny for anybody else that's watching this video, and nobody will understand. I'll have a chance to have read, because that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, is I'm going to be reading those emails as well, too. So that I fully understand them all. Now, one last thing, I did talk to Sabrina as well too, and without giving out any personal data, Scott is right. Let's go that way. Scott is right. So we do need a clause in anything that we write soon. And Sabrina had just one more question as well too, that I'll ask you on Sunday. She gave me just one more little type of thing, and we'll talk about that on Sunday. I think the answer is yes. Everything's all good, but I'll just make sure that I cover that base. As you know, I cover all the bases. It's what I do relentlessly. So at the end of the day, thank you. I'm sorry that I fell asleep tonight, but but it was kind of good, and you can see it. I got some color back in my face. There's actually a little bit of spring in my voice now as well too. And so we'll dive into this. I'm so looking forward to it. It took you a long time to reach out to me, but that's okay. And some of the other things on YouTube. YouTube's been really working well. There's other people that are watching this video now that have become clients through this YouTube channel as well too. And so I thank all of you. Merry Christmas to everybody as well too. If I don't say that before in another video, which I probably will. Happy holidays to anybody that is coming from a different religious background. As you know, I'm all encompassing as much as I possibly can be. I don't fully understand a lot of different things, and I'm always learning new things. I just sat with a person from the Muslim community and asked them some questions. I said, hey, I've got some questions that are more personal. You don't have to answer them, but I want to know a little bit more. Can I ask some questions? Oh, of course, Brian. And I learned some new things as well too, because we never stop learning in all of this. So it was fun to chat with you guys the other night, to laugh and to cry kind of together at the same time. We're going to get Andrew. Whoops, wasn't supposed to do that. Um, but darn it. Um, um, remember last night on the phone, I had chuckled about your name and I said that I would never forget it because I associate it in my head. I'm very visual with how I think about things. And so I associate your name, and you're going to laugh at this, on my Aunt Carol's farm. And Aunt Carol is still alive. She's doing well. She still lives at the farm, as a matter of fact, too. And at Aunt Carol's farm, when I was growing up, we actually had a cow by the name of Andrew. And it took my sister Pam a long, long time to figure out that Andrew, when he left, he didn't just go run away, that he actually was put in the freezer and we actually ate him as well, too. She's not a vegan, so it didn't scar her for life or anything. She eats meat, so that's good. But that's why when I chuckled with your name, I said, I'm associating it with something else. So there's the answer. To what I associate your name with to try to remember it as well too. And so through all of this, now you know that as well. So hopefully you got a little bit of a chuckle by watching this video for you as well too. The stresses, all of that stuff end up coming onto my shoulders to try to find a house in your budget. It will be a little bit tight inventory as we go into January and February. It just always is. And there will be competition. There always is. But as you know, my number one goal is to get you guys down here to be closer to Grandma and Grandpa, who I call Mom and Dad. And so at the end of the day, that's my focus, is about them. And I haven't even met those folks, but they want you down here as well too. And so we're going to get that done. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this helps put you at ease. Tomorrow, I'm going to spend time with my mom. You guys understand how important that is. And then Sunday, we can text back and forth tomorrow because I'll have this fancy handy dandy phone with me. But not a whole lot of texting. I want to focus on time with my mom and my stepfather. And then on Sunday, we'll have a chat. We'll figure out what time to do that for Sunday, and we'll dive in. We might even have a house next week. I don't want to promise anything, but at least that one link that I sent you, if you didn't get that, text that over to me early in the morning. If you get this video or watch this video, text that over to me early in the morning. And then before I leave, if I see that text, after I have my bowl of oatmeal, then I'll run in and resend that link or send you the address or whatever it is, because it's here on my magical electrical box. And we'll go from there. So thanks for watching this particular video. Looking forward to helping you. And we're going to have some fun doing this stuff as well too. So looking forward to it. And everybody else that's watching this video, thank you. This video was directed to a specific client that finally reached out to me after watching these videos for a year and a half, had been working with a different real estate team here in town, a massive real estate team here in town, and signed off on canceling out that contract without any guidance from me, because I cannot step into the relationship of a realtor with their client. I don't step into those things. I was just made aware that the paperwork was flowing, and that would I help them if they had this other team sign off on the paperwork that they were otherwise generating? And the answer, of course, yes, but not until such time as. Very, very specific. And so at the end of the day, all of this stuff has to be done very specifically. And so now, because that form's been signed, I'm looking forward to spending some time with them and helping them find a house, because a year and a half of looking has been very, very long. And there's some different things that I do differently to be able to help them to be able to get over those hurdles as well too. And I'll be able to help them around my senior clients as well. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great night. If you have any questions about real estate and I can help you in the city of Windsor or anywhere in Ontario, technically in Ontario, anywhere really across Canada, Real is growing so rapidly. We're adding on high producing teams all of the time, who understand the concepts of video, by the way, too. And I'm constantly learning by being over at Real. And so if anybody across Ontario in the United States is watching these videos, because I don't know where they're going to, and you have some questions about real estate, I can find a great realtor in your area. You just have to let me know what area you're in, and I will start to do the searching to find a great realtor in your area to be able to help you as well too, who has the heart of a teacher. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to go spend some time with my mom. I'll be in touch on Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.